guys, welcome to my channel. I'm very grateful that you have come by to watch this video. It's been a long overdue because I have tried to make a video on roses several times. There have been some issues, errors and things, but I'm finally here. Today I would like to talk about more warm, spicy roses for fall. So let's get into it. First of all, I would like to talk about a fragrance that I fell in love last year, Bois 1920, Relativamente Rosso. This is such a wonderful, very, very sweet rose together with immortelle, sugar. There are notes of davana, incense. I think there were some kind of woody notes or what in the dry down as well, but mostly this is about rose and immortelle. So the immortelle here is, I would say, more honeyed-like than hay-like. It's very sweet. It is very sweet without being. It doesn't smell like a jammy one, but it's certainly very sugary, sweet kind of fragrance that can warm you in a cold day. Next one that I would like to talk about is Adrenaline by Hormone Paris. This fragrance, when I first tried it, I thought this is something I have smelled somewhere else. Mostly it is quite thick leather together with rose and saffron, being spicy, very, very warm, spicy rose with leather. I think it's wonderful with like a leather jacket in the fall. Let's talk about a very famous one that's been around for months. It's Impadia by BDK. It sounds like it is either hit or miss for people. Some people love it and some people don't. Unfortunately, I'm in the second division because this is a very woody rose. This is a rose together with akigala wood, sandalwood. There are notes of fruits in the beginning, like pear, I believe some citruses. Unfortunately to me, because of that akigala wood, I perceive it more of that akigala wood note brings me more of a bitter, peppery aspect to it. I will be very happy to hear your opinion on this. Do you wear it? Do you like it? If you don't look at the dent. That's mostly sold in decants, and truth be told, I don't even need more. I'm considering what to do with this bottle. So far it's just here for the reference. Unfortunately, though, I really tried to befriend it. So far it hasn't happened yet. Okay, I think another one that we can talk about is a Crimson Rocks by Amouage. This is such a warm, spicy goodness. It is a woody rose with warm spices such as cinnamon. This honey note here, it is detectable, but I wouldn't say that it is a key player. At least to me, it is mostly woody and very spicy rose. But if it's tricky for you to wear cinnamon note or honey note, I would definitely try it on skin first. though that's what I would say for any fragrance. I think we always need to try fragrances on skin, because you never know how it works on your skin chemistry. But it is just such a stunning one for winter and fall. If you like spicy fragrances, try it out. Let's talk about more jammy ones a little bit. I have here Jardins de Misfah. This is a very jammy kind of a rose. It is gourmandish kind of a rose because there are notes of dates. I believe there was nutmeg. It is very, very, was there a cardamom? So there were cardamom, dates, and nutmeg, yes. It is just, so if you like these sort of spicy rose fragrances, if you like dates, this is something to look into, because date here is also quite prominent. And interestingly, though it is quite jammy and sweet, it doesn't become overly thick. I don't know if first time I tried it, I thought it would be something along the lines of not dupes, because the notes are different, but from a jammy perspective, I thought it could be somewhere along the lines of calligraphy rose, or roses berberanza, or something along these lines, where it's very, very thick, very jammy, super duper sweet, sort of where when the heaviness, the jammy aspect of it is so thick and heavy. This is a very sweet fragrance, and yet again, somehow on the skin, it just stays and lingers without like pulling it down. It doesn't become, there's some kind of interesting airy aspect to it that doesn't become too thick and heavy. I'd like to mention a fragrance that is a oldie. I don't really even remember the release. It's Roses Vanille by Mancera. It's been around for ages. It is quite simple kind of a fragrance. So it's mostly about rose and vanilla. It is quite simple, very sweet. But you know, I have had it for ages. I keep it in my collection for the days where I just want to wear a woolen scarf, or maybe like cuddle into a very warm woolen sweater. This is just wonderful fragrance for those super cold days, or if the wind, you know, those days when the wind just goes through you, when you're so cold it feels like even your bones are cold. I think this fragrance is just wonderful for these kind of days, with a sweater, scarf, something like that. Okay, we're quickly going through the list. I'd like to mention Byredo Lil Fleur. This is a very interesting one, and not for everyone. I adore it, though I must say you need to be in the mood, you need to like the notes to appreciate this one. It is a very interesting combination of rose, leather, juicy tangerine, and very freshly cut cassis notes, and also a saffron note. So it is sort of very punchy and nose opening, so it is very fresh. There are these juicy aspects, and in the ground you would have this leather and rose petals. The rose here is very prominent, and yet it is very nicely combined with all the rest of the aspects of this fragrance. I love it. I love it for, I don't know, if you have watched my videos prior, you know that I absolutely adore Cassis Note for this sort of rainy fall days. The rain is quite cold. These are the days when I just love wearing fragrances with cassis or blackcurrant, and yeah, just walk in a park and drink some coffee. This is just, it is very unique take. So it's not going to be for everyone, but if you're curious, just try it out. So there are just few more left that I want to talk about today, and there's Lovers in Pink by Cherigan. So this is a rose peony fragrance and very citrusy, sort of a little bit tart, and those freshly cut leaves are very prominent in here. So to me, it is more of a juicy, fresh rose peony fragrance with big dose of sugar. And last two that I have in travel size is, one is called And Your Lips by Floraïku, that I have this in this cute packaging. I think it's a rose fragrance with big dose of vanilla and aromatic nuances that come from clary sage and lavender, and there were other some kind of herbs that are mixed into it that make this fragrance more unique and interesting without being just pure rose vanilla. So if we would say that Rose's Vanille is rose and vanilla, and Floraïku is rose and vanilla, but they are completely different kind of scents. So here in Mancera, I get mostly like very, very, very sugary kind of a rose, whereas in this one, the vanilla is more cream-like, I would say, and those aromatic touches, those herbs, make it so much more interesting. And the last one, but not the least, is Capitale by Diptyque, that I also have in a travel size. This is very refined rose patchouli fragrance without becoming like medicinal or soil-like. It is, the patchouli here is very refined, more of a more maybe slightly earthy, but to me it's more of a, I wouldn't say it's earthy, it's to me a little bit more green, maybe because of a combination of that pink pepper inside. I would say that it's more green than earthy. So this is it for today. These are some jammy spicy roses for the fall from the niche. We'll have quite a few from more of designer fragrances. So let me know if you would like to have a video on designer roses for the fall. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section, have you tried any of these? Do you like them? Do you not? Maybe some are complete no's for you, or maybe some you have been, maybe you're interested in trying. So let's catch up in the comments section. Bye.